Okay. It seems like everything here. Okay, we're back. Okay. Really sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I think the internet dropped a little. Like, not enough to actually be disconnected, but like it dropped enough to stop on OBS. And then by the time OBS reconnected, the stream on YouTube's end stopped. So I had to make a new room to start the stream, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why YouTube ends its streams so quickly after a disconnect. I might see if I can change that in a setting somewhere or something. But okay, I guess this is like a part 2.5. Let me change the title to add a part 2.5 then. Guess who's back? Back again. Karma's back. Tell a friend. But yeah, okay, so that's a bit of an unfortunate thing. Hopefully the people who watch the VODs watch it from the playlist, so it'll just continue on to the next video anyway. Oh, that's annoying. But everything's back now. Hopefully. Hopefully it won't happen again. If it happens again, that might have to be a shorter stream. Okay, I need to pop this chat out, because of course new room means new chat, so I have to set everything up again. Give me a moment. Sorry about this. There we go. Okay. Any place you go, you find sarcasm, don't you? I took on running a hotel myself, after you lot arrived here. I've never been to Casdell, little girl. Is that where you're from? Sorry. No, I've never been either. Then where do you call home? Home? I'm not that sure. I was born in Colombia, but my old captain said Casdell was the real home for us Sarkaz. Even though you've never set foot there. I don't know, but that's what all of them say. I don't take much notice of what those soldiers like to tell us. Never mind going out killing with them. I'd rather get that chandelier in my hotel fixed. You should have seen it when it was in good shape, I'm telling you. A crown of jewels to beat any dame's necklace. Not to mention all the effort I spent as a younger man, hands-on, polishing that thing to a spit shine. You sure are one weird sarcasm. Is it strange to be more fond of light fixtures than murder? I'm sorry, I confess I've never had much contact with mercenaries. But it more than comforts me that there are kind-hearted girls like you who'd bring supplies for me out here. Bye for now, child. I can't stay around here too long. If you ever get the chance in the future, you must come pay a visit to my hotel. It'll be in flames the next time we see it. 40, even 30 years ago, when Norport was still singing with life, the hotel on Sunset Street was the best place in all the Londinium to be. I will. Maybe. Once we're done with this war. Good. You'll have a secret invitation from me to try our best desserts. I'm now really anxious and somewhat subconscious of the stream randomly ending again. Oh god. Fortunately, there's not really much I can do about it. Hopefully it just doesn't happen again. Knatter. Such witchery has no purchase against us, Banshee. You've made more than enough attempts over these past days. It is time wasted. A true grasp of our cluster's nature is not yours. Your knowledge is wholly attained from study. Altogether parched is your personal experience. Perhaps you should lay down your pen of bone for a moment. We would like to simply take a walk with you. In the words of a good viscount we once became, this city offers no better time than the present. Walk slow. The footpaths about the city centre are Londinium's pride. Dematsty, what fate is it that you wish to elect for yourself? You're profuse with incantations and transformations. You believe death is always yours to outrun. There we go. I'll perform your elegy for you in your hole. Please don't look to scare us, Banshee. We know the methods at your disposal. Do all Banshees have bone pens? If so, where the fuck do they get those from? I guess you can find bones out in the wild from animals and such. I wonder if different bones allow you to do different things. Anyway. We simply point out that an individual's death is not the end of us. Just as a city does not metamorphose for a street's removal, nor does a civilization collapse for a written script's vanishing. Yet any civilization will languish and decline. And thus we value the renewal, the experience. We knew close to every one of your forebears, Banshee. All once were young, and all once were greatly, ardently, aspirational as you are now. Perhaps there's no other way it should be. Perhaps it is by the elegy, I don't know, the dirge, that transformation should be begotten. But they all became as dust in the world. Your cohort likewise cannot flee the knell at your nape. Does your experience still draw you to that flame of ruination side? There we go. No, it doesn't. Already we have searched for countless years, and still we search for different looks, for different places. You are an extraordinary master of witchcraft. May we bid you grant this olden memory a pittance of a stage set? I sunk into Sargon's sea of sands for 100 years. The time when the King of Kings expedition had only just come to a close. Such exploits call to you to follow in their wake, especially before they fully pass into legend. Banshee, stir those sandstorms for me, a Fata Morgana though it may be. I ask a meagre moment of your precious time. Come seek my origins with me. Let us submerge in them. Let us trek together. Maybe you'll understand me, or maybe I'll find myself in you. Prove yourself to me. We will reach a conclusion, Damasdi. Curtains. Okay, so I guess he does illusion as well. Interesting. Of course, obviously this doesn't quite match up with what remnant memories I have, but I can't blame you. The wind scours all too many traces. It was here I built people's houses. Newfangled wonders like nomadic cities weren't yet to be, and the houses built of stone ultimately vanished into thin air, within the sandstorms. Built, then destroyed, built, then destroyed. Most might tire after facing such a cycle, but in it, I was happy. You likened this to civilization. This is the renewal you so enjoy. No, not enjoy. That was a sloppy metaphor. No more. Ultimately, there is a construction to every civilization, and an ending. And yet I possess neither. though I so yearn to. You aren't a stone, you're sand. Sand. Yes, Banshee, I am sand. Unable to be constructed. Its very own end. A state you're not content with. I once became as a Lord Emir's countenance. Countenance? Yes. And met the King of Kings of that era. He proclaimed himself the Shah of past and future. That all answers to all creation lay in his golden trove of treasures. I asked him, Your Majesty, what meaning is there to all we surround ourselves with? Where will you lead us? He lifted his head high and proclaimed to me, My very thought is meaning. Such was his arrogance, his egotism, that basking in the light of the afternoon sun, he believed himself civilization's ruler. But all I could see was that, comically, he'd trodden on a corner of his own cloak. I was bored, so I departed the place. Ah, these two again. I'm very struck by the Duke's methods. Our squad's not a small one, but you infiltrated like you were walking into your own backyard. Those quick grapples of yours, and the mini illusion units, no wonder you've got your own Londinium intelligence network established under Sarkaz's control this strict. You're free enough you can move between Londinium and this disused plate however you want. Victorian's the most formidable nation in the land. Victoria's, there we go. I don't know why I saw the end there. Victoria's the most formidable nation in his land. And the Duke I'm loyal to is Victoria's worthiest of note. It's only natural we'd have our whole gallery of arts tricks ready. Hope you don't turn them on us. The Duke of Castor treats her friends very dearly. The airship's hidden somewhere on his plate. By our estimates, there should be an underground dock here. Nothing more concrete? We'll leave it up to you. You've got a little time before Old Wellington and General Naxodare start testing each other's strength. But a little's all you've got. I'm trusting you all to wrap this up in a satisfactory way, for me. And don't forget, this is a trade. Your Royal Highness Alexandrina, and you, Doctor of Rhode Island. Okay, here we go.
Follow me! Forward!
Forwards!
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, what should I start with? I'm gonna do this.
You can't stop me.
Solid positioning.
Your orders. How's that?
Okay, I'm gonna wait for a bit. I know it's permanent, but I'm just gonna wait anyway.
At your service.
And then... yeah, I'm gonna provide Overwatch for the whole of those two lanes. Okay, there we go. That's two coming in. That's going to give me more. There we go.
I'll take the lead. The rest is up to you guys.
Ah, shit, the big boys are going to go up there. Okay.
Doctor, come on, show me what you've got.
Who's next?
Ouch.
Got it. Cut them to pieces.
I'll do my best. Can I get away from me, please?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go straight for Gummy.
Ready to fight. Here's some
That's unfortunate.
for you.
どこに向かう飯は食ってねえのか全力で来い
Rice was my specialty.
I should have had her pointing downwards. Ah, fuck, that's going to be annoying now. Oh, that's really bad.
Rice was my specialty. The opponent. Rice was my specialty.
That guy's just going to be there for a little while.
Anyone hungry?
Problems with the big boy? Yeah, I should have thought about doing that. Okay, that'll be fine.
Here's some
There we go.
yummy for you.
And that should be everyone. There we go. Oh, that'd have been so much faster if I had pointed Golden Glow properly.
To have to do that. But if we don't fight, the big guys will get us.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, the tutorial. Roadside emergency reserves. When destroyed, grants a certain amount of DP and cost limit. Okay. Does that... Okay, so that increases your cost limit without needing people to come in. After 3 days without food, the devil gave the starving man a poisonous apple. Can the temptation to gorge himself overcome his fear of immediate death? Okay. Oh, hey, Blaze. I guess I was wrong. Blaze is here.
面倒だな。ちょっと乱暴だけど、硬い金属とかシェルターを切り裂くのが好きなんだ。
Doctor, we've spotted a large number of enemies. However, we lack the resources or backing from civilians to deploy the AoE operators.
戦場に出たから。
Fortunately, we found some emergency supplies on the streets. Break the supply crates to get the deployment resources. Oh, okay. On it.
Take aim.
I see, so...
誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
Oh, I didn't see what that was. Oh well.
Take aim.
Do this. No. Just put them... I don't really know how Blaze's skill works.
温度が低すぎるかな。
Here
So I'll just stack them up like normal.
貴様の生死は私が決める。
Oh, okay. That's nice. Trade-off being it opens new paths for enemies. Oh no, I'm seeing that.
どけ。
Although in this case, no, because there's a block here, but it will do it later on.
もしどこかが貴様の生死は私が決める。
Okay, that's interesting.
感染者の権利は感染者自身の手で取り戻す。
Ah, so it's still 2 choke points. But I only really need 1 defender, and I could just use Gummy for that, so she can heal while the others do their thing. The on-screen chat is dead, is it? Oh, it is. It's still showing the previous one. Why? I changed it to show this one. Oh, okay. That's weird. I am still seeing the chat, so it's just broken on my end. It's not on OBS's end, it's on Stream Elements. I think Stream Elements itself didn't update this time. Okay, so I think I'm going to stick with this. What is his... So it's 1 block, but then he gets 2 block when doing that. Yeah, so I'll stick with Gummy. I need to E2 her at some point. I think everything else is fine. Although that is a shout with having splash casters or AoE down. I don't really have much in the way of either of those. In this case, it's not a problem though. It would be funny if I put a range there. Speaking of range, I do need to add an extra range unit. Who did I swap out last time? Oh, it was over there, wasn't it? Okay, I'm not really using Salish that much, so I'm just going to swap her out this time. I'm going to go with Cruise, because it's a bit cheaper. Although, then again... Bloop isn't that much more.
Great. I'm good at supporting assaults.
Okay, right, I'm Reunion Under Fire. I should have read the title earlier.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just going to do this, just so it's set up. Okay, and I'm going to start.
Don't worry.
So she's going to take out 4.
Got it.
How am I going to want to do this? I think I'm going to do that.
Positioning.
Your orders. Speeding up.
Oh, Lapland can get the extra one. No, not that one. Gummy.
I'm ready to fight. Try some of my specialty.
Okay, I think I'm going to want to have Gavial here for the free block,
Your orders.
because there will be more coming this way.
The rest is up to
And then
you
I'll
guys.
drop
Quasi tesoro.
Anyone hungry?
Got it. You can't stop me. Awaiting orders.
これ以上は進ませません。
I don't really think they come from that way, so I'm going to do this
I'll do my
one.
best.
Point that. Barkaz. Absurdist. Okay, they've got powerful shots, but only 3 lots of ammo. Okay, how does that reload, though? She's going to start getting attacked quite a bit, though, but might as well do this. Should be quite useful.
Anyone hungry?
ええまとめてかかってきやがれ
I'm so tired of the distance. There! Price some of my
Oh, they attack the things as well. Or no, or they do something else, maybe. I'll take a better look at them when I saw the tooltip disappeared before I could fully read it.
I'll charge them. Who's next?
Well, they're pretty much dead before. I should have just held on to the skill. Oh, they still DP with every shot. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. How much DP do they steal? So it's like,
Anyone hungry?
let's see the shot. It's going too quickly for me to see it, really. Okay. Why did I get concussed just then?
Price some of my specialty.
I just suddenly got ringing in my ears. Sorry about that. They take 2 TB. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's just annoying, like, It was the Hortus, wasn't it? They were taking DP when they attack. Those, like, weird assassin guys.
Anyone hungry?
Doctor, who's next?
Please, poison, kiss.
Just slowly chipping away. And then Lapland with the disrespect. Okay, we're flying through these stages at the moment, though I suppose there are 20 of them, at least. There's 20 playable. It's really changed around here. Ruins, corpses, and Originium dust floating from the dead. I imagine you Rhode Islanders don't need me worrying about your protection, being orography specialists and all. Not to mention, most of you are infected anyway. Well, I suppose it's still bad, even for those who are, because it hastens it. This war has been creating new infected without end. And life under these circumstances can only make it harder. They've been thrown into the chaos without warning, and they may not realise how cruel a fall it is yet. That goes for the pain of their illness, and the scars of war. But they'll know soon enough, and twice over. Oh, actually, I just realised, can't I refresh? Not Chrome Capture... Not VTube, YouTube stuff. Refresh. There we go. That's there we go. That's so much better. I forgot on OBS you have the ability to actually refresh the browser sources, which you can't on Streamlabs, which is what I used to use before getting this model. Or I think you can, but I think you have to go into the settings for it, as opposed to a little button on the outside. Anyway, that doesn't matter. We all have a clear picture of how it infects and festers. How the people die in their confusion, or amass in their hatred. And you've seen where that hatred leads, Doctor. Yeah, we do. We have dealt with reunion. As I was saying... Wars give people a great excuse. Without the veil of daily life, things could get even worse. I mean, at this point, we're basically just talking about real-world events, which I shall not actually go on to. Whatever reason it is, we need to stop Teresis. And Teresa. Roger. It looks like we'll have to part ways for the moment. So goes our line of work. Always piles of things nagging at you to deal with them. Right. I think I'll be seeing you in a bit. Stay productive now. Bleeding hell. He makes my hairs stand on end. Not even old PC Whitman ever made me feel so sick. Alright, everyone. Chin up. Welcome to the HQ of we merry Glasgow gangers. I mean, I can guarantee it was, at least. Don't know how Baird's been running the gym since we left. Siege, Morgan, you not got anything to say? Should have really said nothing, really. You all got nothing to say? Would have been better. I want to steal his hat. Indra, love, I think I stepped on something. Eh? Probably just someone's pet scampering on the street again. The hell is that a... Amir, don't look. I've seen already, Doctor. In those illusions from the past, I've seen sights still more tragic than the ones here. We're here precisely to ensure the situation doesn't unfold that far. The Hatted Man led us here, then permitted us to act freely on our own wishes, outside of the deal we made. His goal is clear to us. He knows we won't be content with letting all this be, and he hopes the people here will credit the Duke he serves with our actions. But I don't care. I don't care how the Duke wants to use us. I don't care what kind of prestige she is hoping to rake in. I don't care if this will impact some other Duke's fight for their people's affections or compel them to act in whatever way. All that matters is I cannot let this be. This isn't some disaster taking place in a country, in a city, in a neighbourhood unrelated to us. This is happening to each and every living person. There we go. Trust has always been a fragile thing, collapsed in a moment, ever harder to rebuild. Quickly, Doctor. We might not have that many pharmaceuticals on us, but we have to make all the use of them that we can. There we go. Was the person Morgan stepped on alive, or is this just a random person? Is this just a time cut? Hello, maimed citizen. There, that should be okay for now. There we go. I was going to say for now, but... Sorry, I'm not a professional doctor. This is just some basic first aid. I don't want to sound overly critical, but I would have assumed that she would have had more medical training than that. Anyway. I think that one is dead. Okay, so it was just a random person. It was just... Oh, suddenly there's a person here. We've stabilised your orthopy symptoms and stopped your wounds worsening. And that's all we can do for now. You need rest and supplements. After that, it's down to luck. Do you need us to bring you home? No need. Hunger knocked me out, that's all. Just was sleeping for a bit on the pavement. What you'll be wanting? I've got nothing to my name. We don't want anything. Nothing? Go back home, sir. Here's some food. Keep it hidden. Don't let anyone else find out. seen a while back when... Oh no, maybe Reds is also secretly giving people food. It's just that moment just there made me think, oh, is this two conversion paths that just met up, or... Who the... Alright. I'll be out of here then. You've gone too long without food. Don't eat too quickly. You need to let your bodily functions recover bit by bit first. Right, got it. Thank you. Amia, we have a lot of people staring at us. Most of them with ill will. Two groups are planning their moves and readying Molotovs. I know. But at the same time, the desperate have seen us too. And the ones hiding themselves in the dark, deathly ill, so have they. Just the fact we're here might have been enough to relight a spark of hope in them. After a violent collapse, any rebuild demands great care. That's right, Doctor. We don't need for the people to trust us. We need them to establish their trust in each other. That's what underlies a society coming back to life. Someone's coming. Doesn't matter, I'm stood right here. I'll stand in front of you. This is our street, and we're pulling her back out of this chaos and anger. Doesn't matter who it is, bring it on. It's going to be someone from Glasgow, isn't it? Mind yourselves, here they come. Oh, there they are. Hey! Is that... Oi! What you don't fuss about nothing, Anna? Nearly socked you straight in the gob. You lot show off like a circus. You want everyone here targeting you? Come on, with me. They're gonna run. Shit, the Glasgow's got in first. Surround them. Out of the way. Miss Inez, don't take them on, not for now. I recognise a few of their lot. It's just the fear and tortures driving them mad. Nothing they need to pay for with their lives. Head to the alley. That's a full sentence. Head to the alley we used to bunk off at the snooker. For snooker, rather. It was a thing, not a place. Same door as ever. Got it. Bed, we'll see you at home. Come with me. Quick, get a move on. Don't let them... Oh, don't lose them. I was about to say don't let them loose, but that's not right. I haven't eaten for days. I can't run. On your bike and get out of here, then. You'd eat dead people if you had any spine. I'm not your nanny. Nope. I love this man. You want to go? Who are those people? Eh? Who else are they going to be? It's the Glasgow bastards. The Glasgow gang, are they? Are we getting them together, or am I getting you? No, I reckon I've seen them before. And that one in the uniform. Things here are more complex than I was predicting. I need to move fast. Is there a bigger ruckus today or something? Did a fire start again? Should I go take a look, sir? If a fire spreads, then it's no skin off your nose, little girl. Do your own job. Don't let me see anything funny. No one's going to look out for you here. Aye, sir. Sir, what brings you here in person? There's nothing you need to worry about here. It's all under control. Paying no heed to the Sarkaz soldier's report, Manfred walks over to the foot of the blockade zone wall, gazing far off at the buildings within. Is something off, sir? The war continues to proceed smoothly. Paprika, what have you witnessed in these past days? They've just been slaughtering each other. No, it's not even that, really. They've just been so scared. Fear and mistrust divide people. Pacts, customs, and morals all collapse forthwith, under extreme conditions. The Casdell of old attest to that. Casdell. Hence do our two leaders take a stand. You mean that if I were to ask you, what can bind a people? Maybe patience? We can try and win people over, or use our own kindness to move others. I think, as long as you have enough time. She failed. Any ties that such things build are too frail. But he told me, the most efficient thing is hate. Manfred throws an indifferent glance at the young mercenary girl, her breaths bound tight by nerves, daring only to stare at the tips of her own shoes. You have persistently been sharing your own supplies with those behind the blockade. No, that was a sarcasm. I thought... What? How could you... Sarcasm, Sir Victoria, should make you even more sick. Sir, I assure you, I will immediately... Continue. Sir? We cannot have everyone inside dying of starvation yet. In time, they will be of great use to the military commission. Not much changed around here. Morgan, all your graffiti's still up. I'm looking now. My standards must have been terrible back then. You haven't got much better, though. Oh, you want to go, Hannah? Well, there is a boxing ring right there. As the two argue, Siege and Baird look on, then make brief eye contact, and break into laughter, shaking their heads. If you overlook the sealed-up entrance, the boarded-up windows, and the weariness, in their expressions, it might seem like nothing's changed. I like how that's basically just, if you ignore that everything's changed, it would be as if nothing's changed. Is essentially what it just said. But everyone knows deep inside, we haven't changed, is self-consolation at most, a kind of illusion. Every minute and second that's ever passed has left an unquestionable mark on them. Long time no see, Baird. True that, Vina. Long time no see. The fact you're still around and kicking is probably the best news I've had in a long while. I never said die. You know that. I do. Vina, I'm just happy to see you back here. Happier than you could imagine. I really love her hair colour. And the grey. I somehow didn't notice until this stream. I didn't notice the last time I played this. She's got like little grey highlights in the purple hair. It's so cool. And the inner ear parts are like a bluish. Yeah, anyway. I've always believed you'd come back. We put up a sign for the Slobber Knocker together and all. Back in the early days. I forgot it was called Slobber Knocker. Jesus Christ. Just, it's been hard for me to grin and bear it in these times. I know. And I know you didn't come back just for my sakes. 5 whole years ago you scrambled scrambled out of here. There we go. I remember Norport was practically open season already. All those bastards after your neck, rather. Can't be developing his next model. Nah. I've got the under highlights, at the back of my hair. Although maybe some, like, front sort of highlights wouldn't go too unnoticed. I don't know. I'd like at least a different shade of purple. We'll see. Not purple, sorry, a different shade of brown. I wasn't ready then. I didn't want to tow anyone else into my business. It was leave or nothing. So, you're back here now, back on our street. Now you're ready. I hope I am. The Rhode Islanders want to look for that Sarkaz airship. I'll be assisting them as a Rhode Island operator and all. But I've never stopped being a member of the Glasgow gang. I'll get you out of this mess. That's my duty to you. Always has been. Same as ever, you are, Vina. Not one bit different. Just like it used to be, eh? Just, there's one thing. I don't know if... Nope. There it is. Baird, we're skin on supplies as is. And now you bring all these people. You want everyone to split up once we're done eating? Or are you hoping I'll go rob some blockhouse with security up to here? Oh, with security up to here, there we go. Probably pointing to his head. Shut it with that, Kado, I don't know. Although our stockpiles definitely... Please, it's okay. We've brought rations with us. We even have some surplus. Not the biggest amount, but enough to put us out of dire straits for now. We can change this zone together. As long as we can unite everyone on the plate. Unite? Listen, Quartus Runt. Unite is an easy word to toss around. But you lot are more than welcome to try. Fingers crossed, you're what makes the difference. Okay, at least you was somewhat open to the idea. Oh, I had already done the event. The stage. Oh, nice, I got some extra stuff. Oh wait, I just realised. Okay, it wasn't much, it's just extra things. What is that? Proof of science. I'll look at that I'll read that in a bit. Actually no, I'll read it now, I might as well. This metal tag is something I picked up from a pile of corpses. No, it was personally... No, it was personally given to me by a respected scholar as thanks for saving the future of Victorian heraldry. Oh, that guy. Let me be clear, the title of Master Scholar is too modest for such a man of culture. He also went out of his way to correct me, saying that I cannot call him Master yet. But he clearly is no different from those bigwigs in the Royal Academy of Sciences. It was purely by chance I met this scholar. I was doing some cleaning beneath a bridge, which just happened to be the place where this bloke planned to cut his life short. There's no point jumping from there anymore, as ever since the devils arrived, the whole mountain of bodies have been thrown down there. Besides, how could such a respectable person meet his end here? I quickly pulled the Master Scholar back from the edge and told him to look for someplace else. But he suddenly became excited, saying that he ought to read more, and finish writing a book of some sort. I didn't dare ask, so the Master Scholar gave me the shiny tag on his own, in exchange for a charcoal pencil. To be honest, what I wanted most was the canned food he had hidden on his person, but how could I steal from such a respectable person? I couldn't afford to muck up the reputation of our Cleaners' Labour Union. The Master Scholar also promised that he'd credit me at the end of the article and asked me to see him at the address he provided after the article was published. He'd give me a large sum of money in exchange for me returning this metal tag. Extremely generous, as expected of an upright person. I was moved when I saw the Master Scholar leave with a spring to his step. There are still cultured people left in this country, which means hope is still alive. When I was polishing the metal tag in the morning, I suddenly remembered that I couldn't understand a word of the newspapers those old geezers read every day. Where in the bloody hell would I get my money from that scholar? Or would I go to get that money from the scholar? Interesting. I wonder who these people are that talk, if it's just random people or if we'll ever find out. Okay, so I can't. And then that was this one here. This one here, I assumed it was Kader. But obviously it couldn't be in this one because we know exactly who this person is. And if it was Kader, he wouldn't have the same feelings here. He would know exactly what happened. So I'm assuming this one's a different person. But interesting. Oh no, Cleaner's Collection. Oh, so maybe it wasn't Kader then. These are all probably from the same person. It's just that this one in particular sounded so similar because they were talking about the same person. Interesting. I like it. It's quite a nice touch, really, having like these like letters or diary entries of people who live in the area, or of at least a person who lives in the area. It kind of adds a more lived-in feel, like, you know, these are real people. It's not just a backdrop. These are people living in, you know, a squalor. Years of passion. Oh, whoa. No matter how I look at them, something about these old clothes seem off. Did someone wash them for me? Okay, so allies have reduced cost limit. Yes, same. And reserves. Are we no longer dealing with civilians, or is it just going to become more rare? Oh, I see. Ooh. I am not going to touch that bottom one. I'm going to leave that there, unless there's going to be people shooting at it, I imagine. Oh, that's right. Okay, so they don't target the blocks. That was just me being stupid. Okay, so there might be a new thing though. Oh, there is. Let me just compare. That's 3. That's a lot more than 3. That's 6. Okay, that's double the amount of individual enemies. Let me just double check, see. Okay, so it could probably have that. Oh, no, they won't have any of those. There won't be any spies, so probably one of those big boys. Were there any, like, dogs? Could be some, like, I don't know, not armed. Maybe a crossbowman. We'll see. They're probably a new enemy as well. All we need, though, is for them to not break this. If they don't break this, so long as they don't break this, we have one single choke point. Finally. It took 9 stages, but we finally have a single choke point, so long as this doesn't break. And I can handle these ones over here. No, these 2. Maybe these 3. It doesn't matter so long as there's only one entranceway. Most of my operators are already quite low. What were the avenues of approach if I have it here? Okay, I can keep 2 defenders and then a single guard. Or vice versa. No, single guard. Some range. This room. That's a lot of alcohol. Take a look, Dagda. It's our old room. Old home, rather. Ooh. Must have been pretty good living here. No shit it was. Hannah never did the cleaning, though. Oi, Vina. How many more times do you want me to fess up to my mistakes? I dropped in now and then after you left. Tidied things up a little. Been a few years, but shouldn't be much different than it was. I like this music, but sometimes it gets me worried. Because it's very nostalgic music, and I always dislike that. I don't like when people talk about the past in this game. My old stash is still here. I always knew you were tight, Bird. Fancy me having to be the poor girl left behind. Don't give me that, Bird. You told us you were going to stay. How you need to be in your own bed? You'd be shambling the moment you were out in Norport. Yeah, well, maybe I should have tried to put up with it. Stuff that. You think I don't know you? We're all stuck in hell when you can't sleep. If I'm tired enough to go 6 feet under, the last thing I want is for you trying to chinwag me again. There we go. Well, I've been falling asleep just about anywhere these days. That's bad. When have anything bad happened after these kinds of scenes? Yeah, you're right. It's only happened all the time. What? Too tired? Might be. Just found out sleeping's the best way to empty your head. Once my Rhode Island mission's done, Bed, I'll bring you lot out of here. All of you. Yeah. Let's pop some bottles to celebrate getting back together and after all these years. It's cheap stuff, but hey, maybe leaving it so long made it better. No, it really doesn't. Morgan, you better read of those books you wrote. Tell her about our adventures. Hey, Baird, you're missing your chance to become part of the King's Chronicles. Morgan? What's wrong? You've been pale as a sheet the whole time. We finally made it home. You ought to chin up a little. I'm thinking about the hand I stepped on. I'm starting to think now it was literally just a hand. It was probably just some accident. It had a thumb ring on it. Something's telling me I've seen it somewhere before. I feel like I should remember. But I just keep drawing a blank. Baird, what's been happening in Norport all these days? Not much, Morgan. Maybe it was just an accident. Everyone's been trying their hardest to survive, that's all. It's in the past anyway. You're back now. We'll all be out of here soon. That's enough for us. Norport's our home. I used to picture what it'd be like when you came back. I thought we'd spend our first nights piling into that snooker place to play until the sun came up, then go drinking next door until it all went dark. Or maybe we'd go to McLaren and at the video place and reserve all the seats. End up watching 10 old adventure movies back to back. I saw it, but I didn't dare look properly. All that broken glass caked with the blood and the shadows on the ground inside. You should get a proper kip like me. Must be shattered after coming all this way. Vina, you got that realm blade now. You'll be the hero, yeah? You'll save Norport. We'll save Norport. Guys, I'm doing really well. I haven't said Newport at all yet. This'll all just pass, right? Of course. We'll take back our old lives. Maybe if... Nah. Look how late it is. Get some rest, muckers. We've got mountains to deal with tomorrow. No, just one mountain. And it's only 11 DP, so we'll be fine. Now you've jinxed it. Normally it's a subconscious thing. So probably not. Bed's right, Morgan. We all need to get some proper rest. Siege huddles up on the sofa. She used to spend countless nights here. Every inch of it feels as familiar as ever. She still remembers how they picked up on this couch at the flea market all those years ago. The four of them breaking their backs to carry the bloody piece of tat all the way to the gyms upstairs. She reckoned it pretty wide back then, but soon enough she was resting her feet on the armrest just to fit. Basically, she's just been growing up. In the dark, Sage's hand brushes over the sofa, feeling each nook and cranny. Here's the gash left from when Hannah was practicing with a knife. 3 whole days she felt guilty about that. Morgan spilled a whole bottle of drink here. She bought a tin of awful cleaning stuff to treat the stain, and it got worse the more she tried. The whole patch is still smooth as a baby's bottom to this day. Baird puts the iron down here and forgot about it. Nearly burned the whole room down. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. This looks great. I love the outfits. I love all the outfits everyone's wearing. She used to believe these days would never change. She used to be sure these days would never change. This is their Glasgow gang, their neighbourhood, their stomping grounds, their home. Oh, I thought it was going to change to another cutscene of what it is like now, with them being a little bit more somber. It's true, she's back. But deep inside, she's not one bit happy. That memoir of Morgan's crosses her mind again. The legendary Vina and her legendary mates. Siege gently touches the side of the kings, resting by her side. As ice cold as it ever was. Leader, hero, king. King of the siege, Vina. Alexandrina Vina Victoria. Something's on your mind, Vina? These clothes are too heavy. I can't catch my breath sleeping in them. Don't say it. I'm looking for stuff that fits me better. In that drawer. Ah, so that's where the outfit comes from, where the skin comes from. Haven't got any taller, Come on, we're adults. Stop growing. We stopped growing ages ago. You never know these things. I remember when we first met. You were only about this tall. Enough, enough. It's the same old guff you always spout about time passing. I haven't had anyone in years tell me that same old guff too. To tell that same old guff too. There we go. I'm sorry, Baird. I'm just glad you're back, Your Majesty Vina. Don't call me that. Alright. King of the Siege, same as ever then. Oh, wreckage. Hello there. A very witchy looking attire. What is it? First I read that as Ermagerd. What is it, Lady Ermengarde? Don't call me lady. I am not that old yet. I'm sorry, Miss Ermengarde? I'm not quite sure how old you liches are. Forget it. Lady Ermengarde will do. And this high-speed battleship really has been reduced to tatters. Ugh. And a vampire's cohort gave this place a bathing too. General Manfred says this is going to be the start of the Sarkaz victory. Sarkaz victory. And old Dame Countsit kept warning me that a future like this wouldn't bring anything about for us. Still, I just can't figure it out. Why would my tutor have a feline friend for so long? Hello, how are you enjoying this chapter? It's going pretty good. I'm liking the story so far. We're leaving. I hate the stench of this place. Come with me, please. Her Highness Teresa is waiting for you. Doctor, good morning. We need to make some plans for our upcoming operation. The Sarkaz are treating the citizens there as insurance, that they won't be directly artillery struck. But whether the military commission or the Dukes, we can't truly count on their benevolence in this. And even if we ignore the game that's ongoing between them, we're still bearing witness to the terrible state of the blockade zone as is. You've seen the state of the chaos in Newport. Damn it! You've seen the state of chaos in Norport these days. Far easier said than done to change the status quo. You jinxed it. Yep, I jinxed it. Also got a chance to eat a Hershey brand chocolate for the first time. It's rather good. Are they in America? I'm surprised you like Hershey. I've always felt it tasted like vomit. Or like a beer that's gone warm. Or maybe there's just some special European version of Hershey that isn't made with the chemicals that they use. But the last time I had it, it wasn't that good. But yes, it is an American brand. Hence all the chemicals. That medicine and stuff you brought with, I gave it a count. I'm afraid it's only a drop in the bucket. To be fair, I'm eating the white chocolate and cookies version. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. Warm beer, isn't that something you Brits would like? God, no. It has to be cold. It has to be, like, so cold that the taps are iced over. I'm sure there's probably some, like, craft beer or something that you have at room temperature, but it's normally cold. But also bear in mind, room temperature in the UK is cold. After seeing some videos of what's supposedly allowed in American food, I will never eat anything in the US. Yeah, that sounds about right. That was pretty much the conclusion I came to, Speedy. Though US food sold outside USA is mostly all the... Yeah, it's mostly it's all gone. The stuff that does come to Europe, it comes here because it's allowed, which means it doesn't have the stuff in that's banned. But yeah, one time I tried Hershey's milk chocolate. Well, I've had it a couple of times, and every time it had that weird sort of like vomity taste. And apparently it's because they use a certain acid. Like the preservative they use is a type of acid, and it's the same sort of acid that comes from things like beer, and is the reason why it has that sort of vomity flavour or smell. In the case of beer, it's normally more so smell than taste. Anyway, that's enough talking about food. Or at least on my end, I need to actually do the stream. Right, what can you accomplish? Oh, what you can accomplish is going to be very limited with our help alone, but that's no reason for us to hold back. Investigation of the airship and evacuation plans for the plate citizens are simultaneous work for us. We can't afford to overlook anything. What's the matter, Miss Delphine? You lot have the chops, right? You wriggled through the Sarkaz blockade to get here, so I'm guessing it's as easy for you to slip back out. I can say with pride that those gathered here now are all extraordinary operators of Rhode Island. But I'm very sorry, Miss Delphine. I think we may not live up to what you're imagining. I have to cringe every time Redblade turns up and come of thorns over him while refusing to play on the fence. I'm sorry, I I don't know why, but every time I keep forgetting. I was actually supposed to do it today. I was supposed to do it before playing this, and then I forgot and set up another Chapter 12 playthrough instead. That's so annoying. I don't know why that specific event I keep not... I love how both people in chat just immediately at the same time said the same thing. It is difficult to read Delphine without thinking Belle Delphine. Which is unfortunate, because it is very different. Yes, you two are indeed sharing the brain cell at the moment. When pitted against those steering the war from behind the scenes, we may very well be called puny. So, you only got here thanks to some help. Unfortunately, it's a deal, as the man loved to put it. And not a fantastic one at that. Are you a Sarkaz? Didn't think a Duke would have found another Sarkaz lot to work with instead. Someone thinks too much. No, I just read the papers usually. Read, rather. Very good habit. You're still planning the evac right now, aren't you? Did your fancy pants backer agree to help? Sadly for you, no. All signs say she doesn't care. But you lot obviously do. Welcome to Rhode Island. I'm keeping my opinions to myself, though. My concern is whether we can get out of here alive. I love how small she is. How small Delphine is compared to... At least compared to Inez. Then I've a proposal. Rhode Islanders, this may be a bit of a risk. The Sarkaz have locked down every information channel out in Norport. And I think I can guess what their excuse to the wider public is. And see, I trust any of the Dukes to know that it is nothing more than an excuse. But they won't spoil the facade themselves. In fact, the Dukes and the Military Commission of Casdell have a quite quiet understanding on that. Yes, the Sarkaz are using this plate's people as an excuse. Aren't the Dukes? My guess is, if the Sarkaz did slaughter every last soul here, the Dukes would be breathing a sigh of relief. Because it means they could bomb the shit out of it and not have to worry about the thingamagy of it. 14 centimeters taller than her. That's actually quite tall. In a war, some only see ethics as a burden. Well, we certainly have a couple of examples of that at the moment. Yeah, you're not wrong. So we go and break that silent understanding. Tell the world. We need to give some of the Dukes a push. Make them act more decisively. Before we're all dead and here for real. Oh, we're back here. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the Demazti did bring the teacher back, didn't they? They brought the original teacher back to the school and sort of left it. And I'm hoping they keep to their words there. Days it's been, Golding, and still not a word from you. You're not this... reticent of a person. And yes, Molly is back. Okay, good. As far as we know. How are the Londinium Citizens Self-Salvation Corps? They've left the city. How many of them are left? Not many, I wager. Fine. Back to your silence. Does it bring you any peace? I'm simply remembering them. Remembering them all. Enough, Golding. You don't belong to them by nature. And you're free in any case to forget that insubstantial sense of affiliation. It wasn't your hands that killed them. Most simply do just die in war. You even came up with a word for it. Sacrifice. And most of those names, the people hiding behind them, you've never so much as met. Does becoming a member of a collective instill joy or pride in you? Regretfully, as you've seen, we can only belong to ourselves in the end. Right, so because they are a community, but they're not really, because they're only one person, which, now that I think about it, if I had loads of clones, I would probably hate every second of it. No, I used to believe that. At first, I believed I fought for our shared dream, for the Self-Salvation Corps' cause. In these past days, I've realised that might not have been the case. Latour was right. We are all the same kind. I told him he was pessimistic, yet you look at me. Whether I admit it or not, I'm someone who despairs easily myself. The Corps members may fight with pure ideals in heart, but the Corps itself does not. Take Clavisia or Aladale. Both women I respect for their character, yet their aims extend far beyond what they claim out loud. For a very long time, I pretended to be blind to that. It delusions you now. You finally realise your undertakings were marred since the start. You feel your efforts were all in vain. Hardly. You see, I don't have any cause on my mind. I'm just thinking of the people, faces upon faces. Heidi, Feist, Rock, Old Bill, Adams, Little George. I have no standing. I have no right to say I should repent for the Self-Salvation Corps. I don't belong to any illusionary collective of that sort. It's weird that we say Corps. Like, we typically don't pronounce the P. If we were to say Corp, that would actually be short for corporate. We often say Corps, like Marine Corps, and so forth. Which is weird that both letters are ditched. But I need to come face to face with every one of them inside myself. And that apparently means fighting. Okay, this might actually be a little bit weird.
Let's begin.
English folks in their language. Well, the weird thing is, I would normally assume it was French, just because, you know, you're dropping an F. Okay. Yes. Is that... Oh, it's not. It is. Is it not? Okay. Oh. I'm confused now. Is it on or is it off? It was on. Okay, there we go. I was, for some... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know I can switch stands, it's just that... Oh god. Boo! There we go. I think the reason why it surprised me is I was used to Thorns where it stays orange.
At your service.
But then of course it wouldn't because it's... Okay, I need... Ah, shit, I am gonna need,
Try harder than that.
Okay, let me just take one. And I think that's all I'll need. That was unfortunate.
Awaiting order. You can't stop me.
Nah.
At your service.
I'm actually not going to need to now. Okay, that's fine.
My toxicant is ready.
Mountain is enough. Yeah, mountain is definitely enough. I was gonna try and break something to get golden glow to deal with these guys a bit better, but nah, I'm fine waiting. So how's you guys? How's chat doing? Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
What's your plan?
I wonder, will that plant get ready by the time this is done?
Please, honey to me. Poison to you.
Oh, that's going to be annoying, actually, if it starts moving. No, it doesn't. Okay. Hey, look, now I can bring out Golden Glow.
I'll do my best.
銃弾の雨であなたたちを苦痛から救済しよう。
Golden Glow managed to do her part in the end. You know, the idea of Mountain stopping a civilian and then punching the crap out of them because they don't have a visa is funny. The following stages were delayed by 20 minutes, yep. Man, we are flying through these. What we started at 6? 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 stages. Broadcast hotline is busy. That doesn't bode well. You're standing right here. How come your voice is in the broadcast? That sounds foreboding. Damn it. Oh, you couldn't give me just another single block lane? Okay. Well, back to the old ways, you know. Defender, guard, defender, guard. There's like fire tires as well. Ooh. Ooh. Will specialists attack these two things like in their AoE? How much is he? More than I can give. Perfect. Not as leveled up, unfortunately, but good enough.
All moved right before your eyes. No, you're exaggerating. Definitely.
Yes. Okay, at the very least I can get these two, which is enough for what I need. I don't need any more than that. Does destroying those... No, they don't do anything. Okay. Oh, straight to it. Okay, that's perfect.
Just wait for us to get back, Doctor. There's enemies.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna immediately do that
I'm ready to
because they're gonna attack. Yep, and she needs healing.
Anyone hungry?
Oh, that might be quite bad though. Oh, is there... Okay, I'm just gonna have to do that.
Here's something yummy for you.
This is actually kind of bad. I should have... Oh...
Anyone hungry?
I should have put Vanguards down. I just got a bit concerned. Oh, that's also bad. Oh, fuck me.
Here's something yummy for you.
Let's begin.
Okay, no, that's fine. There we go. There's a bit of breathing room there.
Specialty.
Good spot here.
Awaiting order.
Here's something yummy for you.
これ以上は進ませません。
Just try me.
Push forward, Commander. Hurrah!
これが戦場というものね。
What's the plan? Get him good!
どこに向かえまとめてかかってきやがれ。
Here's something yummy for you.
ちょっとからかってあげようっと。
Awaiting order.
Here's something yummy for you. Hora, hora!
Just try me.
Anyone hungry?
Well, that works better than I was expecting.
Try some of my
Ah, those casters are pushovers.
Anyone hungry?
Uh-oh. Let them walk.
Apple pie.
Okay, it's fine, because she can heal herself.
Anyone hungry?
Okay, that's out of range.
I'll do my best.
There we go. Were any of those civilians actually friendly? I didn't even pay attention. I'm fairly certain they were all villains then. W, perhaps you could drive a little slower? Our tragically wounded dame won't hang in there much longer, Shining. Hold on tight, everyone. Incline ahead. A ride this rough likely won't benefit Kelsey's recovery in any way. So what? Tresses couldn't hack her to death. You think a little bad suspension's gonna be what does it? That'd be a very unfortunate way to go. Whew, the roads here stuck. The roads here suck. There we go. Passing through a bomb crater, guys. You could steer around. Too late. I'm going in. I just imagine Shining's just like gripping onto that sidebar, you know, that you hold onto in a car. Yeah, Calcit Jr., Now get your claws off me. You're free to screw off the car and drag your sorry little master behind us. Your choice. Your choice, there we go. Got something ticking in your metal skull? You can try it. I'll play ball with you. Or maybe I should just throw you off and make a roadkill out of you. W, we're in a hurry. This hack can't cough a single word at anyone right now. And look how sad and distressed a stupid wimpy pet is. I've never felt this good in my life. I will admit, this cutscene is going a lot quicker. Don't you want to get payback on your boss? Medical department, shit stirrer, Calcit, reduced to this? She is my patient now. Ugh, you're boring as ever. Tell Closure and her circus troupe to follow our route. With the Dukes and the Sarkaz duking it out, I'm the only one who still knows where to find an opening. You're very familiar with the terrain and the situation. How do you think I survived the past few years? What, did you picture me swimming in Londinium sewers? The mech's got her ways. Once we're through the ruins, we'll hit our destination. Is she already there? You've got my word. I never miss the chance to make someone owe me. But pushing the wheelchair's not your base plan. I got an extra favour for that. I get an extra favour for that. There we go. Fine. Oh, hello, Merwind. Oh yeah, what's the deal between you and the hag? Dragging an in-cap into Londinium's pretty terrible idea. She is my... No, I'm her sin. A comm station? We need to broadcast our existence out there. It'll be an invitation. Right on the money, Doctor of Rhode Island. The Dukes need to know about this. If none act, it gives the other Dukes fodder against them. So basically every single Duke there is going to be like, mine, 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 mine. When the crown's vacant, everyone will want to be airtight. You know but Victoria better than I imagined. Where can we find a comm station? The signal hub for this place got wrecked by the Sarkaz right off the bat. But I know a small station we might be able to use. It's in a pub. Best house in all Londinium before Norport went to pot. They set up a signal transceiver with mad high power in there, so they could get ahead of what their guests from all over wanted. Huh. That is an excessive amount of effort just so that you can sell people stuff. Anyway. It looks like stones fell and blocked up the whole outside of it, but if we can find a way in and use the gear that's still left in there, I think it'll be an extremely dangerous op. Going by what you've told us, we're in luck if that station still works, after which we can't even encrypt but the outgoing signal. Bang on, it's an old civilian model. Yep, so no encryption. No encryption, anyone will hear it. We would have to be able to enter without leaving any easy way for others to enter. No matter who hears, they'll know what we're trying to say in a flash. It's funny, we're kind of going full circle here. When we first started the Victorian arc, the enemy successfully was able to broadcast a signal across Victoria, and now we're kind of using the same thing. And the Sarkaz will immediately act. We've just got to gamble on the Dukes not wanting a preventable massacre to their name. Besides, I'm trusting some Duke or other will want to step up proper. After all, they're not going to want a Victoria in ruins themselves. The Duke of Windermere, for example? She could be one of them, yeah. Interesting. It looks like you do read plenty of newspapers, Delphine. Doctor, Amia, I believe this plan is feasible. We need to inject a little chaos to shatter the deadlock. One or more Dukes of the offensive can be a smokescreen for us, whether it's finding where that airship is located or creating conditions for the people to evacuate their abandoned plate. Then before we do, we need to put an end to this pointless infighting and cutthroat slaughter in the lockdown zone. We need to give them a reason to reunite. Letting everyone know hope still exists, for example. Yes. If we can make headway on that, and distribute the remaining resources here to those who need them most, then maybe we can hold out for even longer. Rebuilding broken trust, just like you said. Real or fake, hope is still hope anyhow. So, that's your genius plan. Go to an old pub for an old comm station and beg the Dukes outside to save us because we're all dead meat in here. Incredible. I might want to applaud you lot. If you have any good ideas, you can give them right now, Kador. Aside from charging past the Sarkaz blockade walls. Just didn't think after becoming thieves and conmen, we'd finally be grovelling on the ground of those snot-nosed blue blood boys and girls. If you don't like the idea of it being a Mayday, you can think of it as a wager instead. Oh look, what an elite word, wager. Oh, we're off making a wager with the people in their castles now. Lucky us. And you can choose to keep robbing people in the street. I won't stop you. Pick what you want to talk about. Kador, I know you care about your dignity like nothing else, but now is not the time for it. If the Duke's attacking can help us, then inviting them is an option. Alright, you follow the consequences? The Dukes help us, bang up. Then what? We hop on their warships to march for our great Londinium? Or do we become their subjects, sticking ourselves in Castor or Wellington's factories to feed ourselves to lathing machines? This is not going to do us bloody favours. We're about to sell our lives to the bloody nobles. Say goodbye to being Berties anymore. We'll be asylum seekers for them to snuff out as they feel. And we aren't right now? Kador, do you think we're the free and happy people of Norport right now? War broke out. We're in the middle of it. Do you want to tell me that you think once a hero descends from the skies to guide all Porties together with you to crush the Sarkaz outside, just like you've been dreaming? That everything can return to how it was? Dignity. Look at us, Kador. We know full well what the hell we've done. There we go. Yeah, what's happening? In the street, they're all armed. Okay, no panic. We need to clear this up. Do they not want to live anymore? Who still has the strength to scrap this hard? Every gang sheltering in Norport should be in the same boat as us in terms of our low supplies. Through the boarded up window, all can be seen is still live smoke. Then hollering and cursing, coupled with crying and begging, the sort of thing they've had to tune out these days. Blind eye, deaf ear. But this time, it's not a brief clamour from a dingy alleyway. It's not following nervousness or hesitation, or any attempt to cover or disguise. Within the smoke, a luggage trolley nonchalantly rolls down the street. Very well the previous property of some inn. A past life of conveying suitcases big and small belonging to the guests from all corners. Now, pushed out amidst the dust by the explosion's aftermath, it becomes a focal point where everyone's gazes gather, the target of all their ardent desires. Atop that trolley is a stack of supplies full to bursting. Box upon box of tin cans, clean water, rations through, yet oh so sweet. Rough, rather. That's... Her voice fails and falters, when she finds herself unable to avert her eyes. I need this food. Get lost. You get lost, for God's sake. I don't need you here. You can eat that much. You can't eat that much. You can split a bit with me. Come on. Just a few rolls of bread will do. Take your hands off the stuff first. The crowds are quarrelling, ripping and tearing, the luggage freewheeling from one group's hands to another. People fall, climb back up, throw themselves at the mountain of hopes, each with a wish to get their share from it. But most end up empty-handed. Bloody hell! Where'd all that shit even come from? Half an hour more and they'll be killing all their own. Hey, stop! Stop! Stay back for now. They won't hear what you're saying. We can't... Baird notices a silhouette slip past her. Siege! Siege's hammer smashes fiercely against the ground, the turbulence blowing away the dust and stench of blood throughout the street. She takes in the people before her, and they give her death stares back. Siege, what are you here for? What are you doing? I recognize you, LJ. Your three brats doing alright? Alright? We can find out once we see them. Just die first. Or maybe I will. It's fine for them. They're free. No need to fight over scraps like the brutes we are. They died a clean and honest death. So, Siege, gonna be a saint? Send me to see them? We don't have to do this. There's no point going knives out on our own neighbours here. There's all the point. It's the point and then some, Siege. A roll of bread means I live through tonight. If my luck's good, tomorrow night too. Aren't you hungry? Aren't you parched? Do you have the energy to choose? Because that tells me it hasn't tormented you enough. You're not even part of this. Give me an answer, Siege. Why don't you? Or why don't you? How much hope are you looking to steal from me? I could never beat you before, but now I can... No, stop, sir. You're not casting. You're destroying your own body. Your increased art simulation is just a pathological result of acute infection. We can help you. Please stop. Shove off! Shove off! You self-respecting do-gooders. Either go back and hide in your houses or join a bloody fight. Everyone wants to survive, and this is the most reliable method I know. Shit, LJ. You want me to pound you flat that badly? Alright, Save it. God's sake, enough. Her Royal Highness Alexandrina Vina Victoria is here. I highly doubt any of them is going to care. Morgan. Progeny of the Aslan King, Her Royal Highness Alexandrina Vina Victoria has brought back the Sire Kings. Victoria? Siege, your surname was Victoria? Had swords, Sire Kings? But, well, I always suspected you weren't an ordinary feline. There's no way this works. Surely they wouldn't give a shit. In that amount of... Okay, I suppose there's probably still enough of all of that pomp and circumstance left. But Her Royal Highness's demand, the Duke's forces have begun to advance their way here. Those Sarkaz won't hold them off. Even if they throw in the ship, we're saved now. Delphine, even your... Her Royal Highness? Okay, so you didn't know, but it seems like everyone else did. Siege, you were bloody royal family? The Dukes, they're finally... Siege, no, your Royal Highness Alexandrina. I have to... Acute oropathy symptoms. I'll prep an inhibitor injection straight away. He's in terrible condition. You see, we have medicine too. We just need to hold on a little longer. That's right, just a little longer now. That worked way too well. That's not going to keep working. We're going to have to... Oh, we're going to have to do this really fucking quick. There's only so long we'll be able to keep dishing out supplies until... Because they're not actually coming. I know they're pretty close, but... I'll head off for tonight, have fun, everyone. Okay, have a nice sleep night. I'm probably only going to do... Actually, oh... okay, no, I think I'm going to leave it here, actually. Because that will be a long cutscene. And it is nearly 10, and I have work in the morning, unfortunately. I mean, with him being anti-noble a-hole, you think they would have told him. Yeah, true, fair enough, they probably wouldn't have, maybe. I mean, it's one or the other. Either they tell him off right and he just deals with it and eventually gets over himself, or they decide it'll be easier not to tell him, and then he ends up with a situation like now where he's going to be very annoyed. This was a temporary solution, or watch them all tear themselves apart for food and supplies. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it was a good, smart thinking. I'm definitely not doubting that. I think that's the good thing that they did, and there wasn't anything else that I think they could have done. I'm just thinking, we're going to have to ramp up what we do now. We're going to have to be very quick, because there isn't anyone coming, which means we have to make sure they do start coming quite quickly. I guess we have technically done the goal, sort of, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to... Yeah, so I'll leave it here, and I will pick up again later on next week. I'm not actually sure when I'm going to next stream this, because I'm going to be doing some collab work recording-wise. So, and that will take up most of the weekend, so I might actually be streaming Arknights during the week, as opposed to on the Friday to Sunday like I would normally do it. But obviously I'll let you guys know. So, GG or Chapter 12 next. I want to say I'll do GG, just because I should have done it or before doing this stream, but I'll try to remember, otherwise it'll end up being Chapter 12 again, like normal. The next event starts on the 16th, by the way. Oh, god damn it. Oh, there's so much stuff. Okay, I guess the next Arknight stream will probably be the event. Oh. I'll try to do multiple streams this week to make up for not doing it on the weekend. So I'll probably do GG, and then I'll start on the 16th. Oh god. Or do I do the event and then GG? I might do the event and then GG. It depends on how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You don't have to do them all. I know, but I want to. I don't like missing things. That's kind of the... While I do like that Arknights repeats events and stuff like that, so you never truly miss out, I do kind of want to do them when they come out. Like, I do feel like I miss out when I don't, so I want to do them. Besides, I imagine, like a lot of the summer events, it'll probably be a relatively short story. They normally are. Or at least the last two side stories I did that were summer themed were quite short. I'll probably get it done in 1 or 2 streams depending. And then I'll probably do Golden Glow afterwards and then continue on. Also, it'd be unbearable. God damn it. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. And like I said, I'm doing a couple of recording stuff. It probably won't be around for a little while. Also, some events should be 3 weeks. Okay, so I might actually do Golden Glow first. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so I'm doing some recordings and stuff like that. All future stuff, so it'll probably be next month that it'll be seen. I'm trying to get around to doing more videos, both Arknights related, like lore videos and all that I'm working on. And I'm also trying to get a backlog of just game stuff as well. A normal X and then S map. Yeah, I should probably do some X and S stuff on stream at some point, because I never actually do that. I normally focus entirely on story, which admittedly is mainly what I'm known for doing this, but still. But yeah, that's the general plan. Until then though, thank you guys so much for hanging around. It's been a blast and I'm really enjoying Chapter 12 so far. And there is a mini game in said event. Oh, okay. That's happened before, isn't it? Oh, isn't it a mini game in most of the summer stuff? Oh no, that's no, it's the April Fool's thing. That's the mini game normally. Full Metal set. That would be cool. But yeah, that's all for now though. Which I think you gives your daily reward. I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all for now though. Thank you guys so much for coming around, and I shall see you all next time. Bye bye.